Hi everyone, welcome back to Yoga Magnificat with Mathia, and I'm here to bring you another chair class. It's a beautiful day today. I'm glad to be able to host this on my channel. Feel free to do this anytime that you are feeling sore from hunching over a desk for long hours. If you are a regular chair class person, or if you wanted to try chair yoga, it's pretty much for anybody and anyone, and it's especially good for people who have sensitivity in their wrists and in their knee joints, or just have difficulty getting up and down from the floor. So what you need for this class is an armless chair. Some people call this armchair yoga, and I don't know why, because you're not supposed to have like the arms here. It kind of gets in the way. Maybe a yoga mat, but if you don't have a yoga mat at home, don't sweat it. Just take off your socks and find a place to work. It can be carpet, it can be any kind of flat flooring, as long as you're not slipping around. Maybe a strap or a belt, or even an old tie. Sometimes I use an old scarf if I don't have a belt. You just want to make sure that it's fairly long, that you can maybe have a bit of an arm span length to it. So feel free to pause the video if you need to grab a couple of these things and rejoin me in a few minutes. So with that said, we're going to get started. Take a seat and come away from the back of your chair for a moment. Roll your shoulders up and back. Feel free to close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Continue breathing, making your breath longer and deeper each time. And just noticing, checking in with yourself, how you feel today. Whether you notice anything happening in your body, any tension around your shoulders, jaw, or face. Notice different parts of your body that you typically hold tension. Scan them and physically, mentally allow them to release. Imagining that you are melting like a block of ice set under a hot tropical sun. And then likewise, notice if you're holding on to any feelings of frustration or worry. And just let those thoughts fade into the background. Let this moment be your moment to focus on other things. Maybe the warmth of your house, the beating of your heart. Or if you're practicing with children in the house, which a lot of us are, you hear their voices in the distance. And feel grateful for all of our good health at this present moment. And then let your entire body follow suit with those thoughts by melting down each portion of the body. Take that physical or mental weight off of your shoulders. Let it slide away and down off your back. And we'll open those eyes, reach up, stretch along the sides of your body, maybe look at your thumbs. Exhale, press the air away. Inhale, lift up. Get really long here, arch back, look at your thumbs. Open up your throat. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, this time send the hands to the back rungs of your chair if you have them. Sit up nice and tall, roll your shoulder heads back and reach forward. Bring the crown of your head forward, stretching open your chest, your shoulders, the fronts of your shoulders. Exhale, come forward a little more, and then drop your chin to your chest. Inhale, slowly bring your head back up, giving yourself a gentle nod. Breathing in, breathing out as you move. Let your chin rest on your chest. Breathe into the fronts of your shoulders. Exhaling slow. Inhale, come back up, press the hands onto your kneecaps. We'll start with some seated cat-cows. Draw your chest forward, shoulders back, look up. Exhale, roll it forward. Inhale, reverse, shoulders back, chest open. Exhale, head down, shoulders forward, round your spine. Inhale, open. Exhale, close it. Last time, open. Exhale, forward. This time we'll come all the way back up. We'll start by opening the chest a little more. Press your elbows back into a cactus shape. Take a deep breath and look forward. Exhale, elbows together, drop your head. Inhale, look forward, open your chest. Breathe in. Exhale, bring it closed. Inhale to open. And exhale, close it. Last time, inhale, open. Exhale, send the arms down. From here, we're going to take some side bends so your feet can come out just a little bit more, so a wider base. Take the right hand down, take the left hand up and over. You might notice I like to drop my hand onto the bottom of my chair, or even for my chair here, I'm holding onto the bottom rung. It's a nice way to support yourself. Maybe look up at the ceiling. Take some deep breaths. These are some really good movements for your spine, especially if you've been working all day in one position. A lot of these movements are touching all 7 directions of your spine. Right now we're doing a lateral side bend, and we just did some forward and back cat-cows. And then we'll move into our spinal rotations after this. So now that we switched over to the left side, turn your gaze up towards the ceiling if you can. Hold on to your chair anywhere that makes sense to you. Breathing deep into the side body, and then slowly return. Come all the way up. Your feet can remain where they are, or they can be a little bit more hip distance. Come into our first side rotation. So some people get a little confused with this one. Don't sweat it. Just try to listen, and you can always pause the video and watch again. So we're going to lift the arms up, extend your spine. That's actually a spinal direction that people forget. You can actually lift the spine upward. And then turn to the right as you exhale. Okay, I'm going maybe mirrored from you, but go to your right, and then send both hands to the side of your body. So your left hand's on your right knee. Your right hand is by the side of your chair. Okay, so if I'm sitting on the side, I look like this. Okay, so we're going to turn the face to the right. Push your left hand against your thigh and keep turning your body. This is a rotation for your spine. Really great, especially when you've been sitting for a long time. And I like to say that if you're going to Tim's for the drive-through, usually people, if they've left their wallet in the back seat, they're kind of reaching back like this. So this is a good way to keep things supple and injury-free in case you go do takeout, especially now that things are closed and you might be driving up to the drive-through window more than often. From here, let's bring the hands and the head forward. Lift the arms up again. This time turn to the left and send the hands down to your left side. Right hand against the left thigh, left hand by your chair. Press your right hand against the thigh, turn your body. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale and exhale. Now notice if your shoulders are really hiked up high to your ears. See if you can let them come down. Relax your face, your jaw, your neck, and your shoulders. From here, we'll unwind, and we're going to bring the feet out in front of us. Flip your toes up, keep your heels down, and your knees slightly bent. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, hinge forward and set your hands down on your shins or your thighs. Try to keep your body tall and straight rather than trying to curl forward and reach for your toes. The goal here is not to reach your toes. The goal here is to stretch your hamstrings. Knees can be bent as much as you need. You can walk your hands down your legs as well, just to hook them onto something. And then sit nice and tall, breathing in, breathing out, exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, get nice and long again. This time, exhale, get nice and long before you roll down. Lower your head, round your shoulders and your back. Take a deep breath in. Drop your chin to your chest. Breathe deep into your back. Slowly make your way back up. Take your time if you ever get dizzy having your head down that low. So once you're ready, come all the way up, and we're going to start with a little bit of core exercises called boat pose. So I did this in the last video. In case you weren't sure what I was doing, I'm going to show you from the side. So I'm going to turn to the side. I have a bit of a narrow chair here, so I'm not going to be able to show you very much, but what I want you to do is get really nice and tall through your core and have your feet on the ground. And then we're going to lower the back towards the chair. Now you can imagine that I'm leaning back against my chair. I'm just showing you from the side that I'm leaning back. And then I'm going to lift my toes up and engage my core. So draw your belly button back to your spine and then play with lifting one foot up. Put that foot down, lift the other foot. So that's what you're going to be doing, facing forward. Coming onto sort of the edge of your chair, leaning back but not resting against the back of your chair. That's a little bit like cheating. And then we're going to lift one foot up and then the other. And now all you can see is the sole of my foot. Okay, so we're just going to alternate while you're working that stability. You're going to feel a little bit of shaking, and that's normal. Just to heat up things in your core, in your muscles. Let's do one more and place the feet down. All right, you can roll those shoulders up and back. And then we're going to work on those legs just a little bit more. So we're going to place those feet close together, scoot back a little. You're going to keep your upper body tall and hold on to the bottom of your chair. So from here, keep your legs really close together and then press your heels forward and lift your legs. Now they don't have to be up to your hips. They can be lower. You can bend your knees or you can try to press them straight. Now you're going to feel the tops of your quads working here. Get nice and long, pressing in through the feet, up through the toes. Okay, so now we're going to add things to make it a little bit harder. We're going to do a little pulse. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Feel the tops of your thighs doing most of this work. So if you're putting your hands on your thighs, you should feel this slight movement through your quadriceps. Maybe a little bit of shaking, a little bit of heat building all the way through. Take a deep breath in. Try not to move your upper body. Hello, thighs. And then swim those feet slightly out. Oh boy, now you're going to feel your inner thighs a little bit here as you draw those circles. Maybe a little bit in your core. Pause, other direction. Holy cow. Breathe, pushing out, bringing it in. So now you're feeling your abductors, outer thighs. Woo, how fun is that? Slowly release. Shake out your legs, give them a wiggle. So much fun. And now I'm going to show you a seated version of what we do standing, called a seated lunge. So we're going to actually flip the knees and the legs over to the right side. So I'm going to walk them over, face the right side, and put my right hand on the back of the chair. Now with one half of my bottom off the chair, I'm going to walk that left leg back, plug my back toes down, and keep my right knee bent on top of that ankle. So it looks just like a standing lunge. So if I came off this chair, it would look a lot like what I'm doing without the seat. So you're going to face that right side, arms framing the ears. Squeeze your glutes. You're going to squeeze your bum muscles way back here by pushing into the mound of your left toe. Okay, so if you're hanging out like this, you're not going to feel much activation at all. So you're going to push into your toe, push into your heel just a little bit and squeeze that glute. Breathe in, breathe out, reach forward. And you're going to hold it like this. So at this point, you're really pushing back against your left toes again, squeezing that glute, bringing the core in. Bring those elbows to your sides. Inhale, shoot the arms forward again. Elbows come in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, elbows in. straighten up, relax your back knee. So now you can release the pushing into that heel. We're going to come into a stretch. So take that left hand up, lean into your right hand onto the back of your chair, and take a side bend. Just relax into that chair. Let it support you. And then slowly come back up. You're going to take that left hand forward to the back of your chair. You're going to walk your right hand to the back of that chair, and you're going to turn to the back, coming into a twisted lunge position. Just take a few breaths here. Slowly come back. You're going to draw your back knee in and walk your knees to center. Then we're going to flip them over to the left. Same thing on the other side. Make sure that whatever chair you're sitting on, that you're scooted far forward enough that your back leg is sort of floating off the chair. So you can walk that right foot back, plug your left toes down, plug your right toes to the floor, and get nice and strong. Again, push into your heels slightly. Squeeze that glute, and then come up with the hands. Now, if you feel a little unsteady, you can always keep your hands down, or you can join me with the arms up. Take a moment here. You might feel a bit of a stretch through the front of your right thigh. Take a deep breath. Exhale, angle forward. Push back with your right heel just a little bit more. You're going to squeeze, almost like you're pretending to lift that body off the chair. Feel the ground beneath you. Push down into your left foot, into your right toe mound. Exhale, elbows come down. Inhale, come forward. Keep your body from moving up and down. So you notice that my upper body is not swaying at all. It's not moving. It's just my arms. All right. Let's bring those arms down. Come all the way up. Bring your right knee in. Relax your back foot. Send the right arm up and over, bending to the back of your chair. Breathing in. Let that right knee just hang out in its socket. Come all the way up. Take that right hand over to your chair. Walk your back hand to the far end and turn to face the back of your chair. And then slowly make your way back. Right foot joins with the left. Walk the knees in. Good. We're going to take some standing movements for the last part of class. So take a walk up. Move your chair if you haven't already. Place it at the top of your mat. You're going to put your hands on the back of the chair if you need it, and walk your left foot back, coming into lunge position. So again, your right foot is on the floor with the knee bent, doesn't go past my toes. So notice that it always stays on top of the ankle, and your back toes are on the floor with the heel up. Okay, so remember to keep that heel away from the floor. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your inner thighs, and then look forward. Okay, so as upright as you can get, core drawn in, shoulders drawn down, and then see if you can turn your tailbone under. So instead of having your belly poke forward and your bum back, try to turn your tailbone down and bring your core in. So everything goes this way rather than that way, okay? So think of that. And you're gonna feel your glutes a lot more in your abs. And then if you want, you can float your hands out in front. Find your balance. Okay, anytime you can always lower your hands. Now from here, we're going to bring the elbows back and then bring them forward. This is testing our balance, okay? So if you have to do this, if you want to stay here for the entire time, go ahead, or you can join me with those swimming elbows. Inhale and exhale. From here, hands come back down onto the chair. Bend your back knee and send it towards the floor. So notice that I'm going straight down. I'm not going forward. Come all the way back up like an elevator, come back down. So vertical, up and down, up and down. Oh boy, squeeze those inner thighs. Keep yourself nice and upright, okay? And a couple more like this. All right, from here, straighten your legs, hold on to your chair, and then move your hips back. Walk yourself down onto your elbows and bring yourself down a little bit lower. So keep stretching your hips back in space and straightening your legs. Coming into our extended pyramid pose. Deep breath in. Great stretch if you've been sitting all day. Feel free to come down lower. Maybe you folded your arms and you put your head down on the top of your chair. Some other fun ways to modify, if you have a sturdier chair than this, is to walk your hands down the sides of your chair. Make sure you don't bonk your head. You can come down. You can even put your hands onto the chair seat. You can walk your hands down a little further just to test how far you can go. So this is the great thing about a chair, is that it provides you with a tons of levels that you can use. But of course, if you have a folding chair like mine, don't do this. Okay. And then very slowly walk your way back up, bend your front knee, and then just pop that left foot in. Whew. Take a moment here just to walk out your feet, your legs, in case you're feeling a little sore in your hips. Give them a little circle. Hula hoops, always kind of nice. And we'll do the other side. Are you ready? I am. Okay, so come back to the top of your mat. Hold on to your chair and step your right foot back. Again, left knee is nice and bent on top of that ankle 90 degrees or less. Back toes are on the floor, press my heel back but not on the ground. Core is drawn in, tailbone tucking under, core drawn in. Okay, so none of this daisy ducking here with the tailbone up and the belly drawn this way. Okay, we don't want this, we want this. See that difference? So take time to kind of figure that out. Even do what I said not to do so you can feel what to do. Okay, once you're feeling certain, you can have your hands on the chair. You can stay here or you can bring your hands up. Your choice. Your other option is to begin bringing those elbows back, open up your chest, swim the arms forward. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale, open that chest. Exhale, press it forward. Good. You're going to feel that burning sensation in those legs. Good. And then from here, let's bring those hands back down onto the chair. You're going to bend that back knee so that it points towards the floor. You're going to take a little dip or a big dip, your choice, and come straight back up. Okay, so you're going to go straight down or straight back up. It can be a little dip down. It could be a big dip down, your choice. Okay, so if you do little ones, you're just going to keep everything really engaged. That's just as good as doing a really big dip, I find. Okay, just continue like this. Find your breath, continue breathing. Try not to hold your breath. I know it's easy to do that. Let's do one more. Come all the way up and then straighten your legs. Hands on the chair. Sink your hips back. Lower down to where you're comfortable. So notice my legs are really straight here. And then come down into that nice extended pyramid stretch. You can bring your hands, your head right between your biceps if you like. You can even stay up higher. Okay? If you're not comfortable coming down, you don't have much room in your legs and you're really tight, stay up higher. So I'm going to show you all those progressions again. So you can stay high, a little bit lower, walk your hands down the rungs. That's a little bit more secure. If your seat is secure and you can reach, you can hold on there, or you can walk yourself down and a little further. And for some of you, you might even touch the floor and lower down. Okay, so that's just one of my favorite uses of the chairs, to show people that one size doesn't always fit all, one pose doesn't fit all. You can always modify and make it suit your body and what it wants to do. And when you're ready, you're going to walk your way back up. Take caution with your chair, your props, as with everything. And then from here, walk it forward. Oh boy, shake it off. We're going to take one more balance. We're going to try Warrior 3 with the chair. Okay, so make sure your chair is nice and sturdy. What we're going to do is stand close to the chair with a little bit of space between us and the top. Now I'm going to walk my left toes back. Don't worry too much about alignment right now. We're just using the back toe as kind of a kickstand. Focus on your right leg. You're going to pop forward Lift that back leg up and begin to slide the body forward a little bit so that, notice I was back here, I'm bringing my, almost towards my belly button, the top of the chair. Look down, slide your shoulders back. Maybe lift your right hand and bring it forward. So you're kind of more in a sort of a long T shape. Don't worry, and if you can't lift it up too high, stay in a modified version that's a little bit lower. Or you can, again, get a little bit more into a T shape. And then slowly put it down. Whew. Shake out your legs, and we'll do the other side. Okay, so standing with a good arm's distance, step your right foot back in a kickstand. Urine the body forward, push down into your left foot, and then begin to take off. Right leg lifts, slide the body forward. Your choice as to how far you want to go. Now, maybe you want to start off a little lower. Try to match your left arm to the degree of that angle with your right heel. So either you're up here, or you're a little lower, or even into a full T, your choice for Warrior 3. Get nice and strong through your core. Push down into that left foot. Reach, extend, and slowly lower it down. Oh boy, let's stretch everything in the back body with a standing downward dog. Hands stay on the chair, walk it back into an L shape. So notice that my arms and my head, everything's in line with my tailbone. I'm not poking up like this. I'm trying to get my body flat from my fingertips to my bum, and then press down, bend your knees. You can pedal out your feet. Look from side to side, hello. Get a little stretch into the side of your body. And then press down to center, looking down at the floor. Maybe play with straightening your legs a little more. And then slowly make your way back up. Let's take our chair, whichever way is best for you. We're going to have a seat. So grab your strap. We're going to take a little stretch. First, we're going to take the right foot and tether the strap underneath. Toes are up, heel is down. Get nice and long, walk yourself forward. Fold towards that leg. For this one, you might not need a strap. If you have one handy, that's perfectly fine too. This is just for people who need to see what the strap looks like. If you don't have a strap, you're going to hold on to anywhere along your legs to help pull yourself down. And then from here, get nice and tall, lifting up. Reach that right foot forward. Stretch by pointing the toes towards your face. So the back of your heel, a little bit in the calves. And then bend that knee, cross it over on top of that left thigh. Okay, so if you cannot reach that foot over your thigh, you're going to straighten your bottom leg and cross it anywhere below the knee. Okay? If you can get that foot over that knee, relax the right knee and thigh, even if it's all the way up here. And then maybe lean forward and press your elbow to the inside of that leg, pushing it down towards the floor just a little bit. Take a deep breath. Fold forward. Continue breathing. Feel the right side open up. The hip, lower back. And then sit up nice and tall. Now you can let go of that strap if it's not something you have to hold on to. We're going to take a twist from here. Take the left hand up, turn to the right, and cross it over to that bent knee. You're going to turn to the right, just like we did in the beginning of class, but this time the leg shape is a little different. Coming into one more twist. And then slowly unwind. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Left foot takes the strap, heel down, leg straight. Sit up nice and tall, and then hinge forward. Try not to roll forward into this one again. Get nice and long first as you come down, and then inhale to get nice and long. You're going to push back through your heel, push back through your sit bones, and then again, anchor yourself forward. Once you can't go down any further, you're going to round. Inhale and exhale. Breathe through your back. And then slowly walk your way back up. Bend your left knee, cross over the ankle into pigeon pose. Good. Sit up nice and tall, and then apply a little pressure down into that inner thigh and hinge forward. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. See if you can breathe right into that left side, left hip. Feel free to linger in any of these stretches if you feel like your body really needs them, or come back to them at any time during your day, right? Yoga doesn't need to be done just once during the day. If you feel like you ever need it while you're sitting doing work, need a break, it's a good time to just have a seat on your chair, lift that leg over, give yourself a stretch. It can be done anytime. All right, so release the strap if you can. Come into that twist. Right arm this time comes up. Turn towards that bent knee and you cross that hand over. Turn to the left. You can anchor your hand on your chair somewhere below, and then just give yourself a little turn to the side. Breathing in and breathing out. Just come back to center. We're going to finish off with the feet on the floor. Move the strap away. We're going to give ourselves a seated child's pose. So what we do is basically just fold over the thighs. You're going to round your spine immediately. And if you can hold on to your shins. You can wrap your arms underneath your thighs if you like and roll into a ball. Drop your chin, drop your head. Take a deep breath in. Inflate. Exhale. Soften towards your thighs. And just breathe a few times like this. Let go of any thoughts that aren't helping you right now. Let yourself feel your body and your breath. Let yourself feel connected to what's real right here and right now. And then slowly release your hands. Lift your head slowly. And of course, if you know you get dizzy from coming up, take your time. When you're ready, we're going to slowly bring the head up over the heart. And we're going to take Shavasana. Bring your shoulders back, rest against the chair. Bring your feet out in front. Let your toes splay out. Let your shoulders roll back. Feel free to close your eyes. Breathe in deep. Feel the air fill up around your belly button. Bring it up to your diaphragm. Then fill it all the way up to your neck and shoulders before letting it back out the same way through all three parts. Continue finding your breath. 3 parts: belly, diaphragm, neck and shoulders. Maybe even take a slight pause at the top before letting the air back out. Again, come back to some of those thoughts that you were bringing to mind. Thoughts that bring gratitude to your heart, a sense of calm and thankfulness, a home that is warm to live in, the sunshine outside, the beating of the heart, whatever that may be for you. Let your mind dwell upon those good things that are real and true. At this point, you can choose to pause the video and linger for a little longer, or you can begin to wiggle your hands and feet. Reach up overhead safely, stretch your feet long. Take a big back bend if you can, looking up. Exhale, bring the hands back down. We'll bring the hands to the heart. Reconnect with that strength, the warmth between your hands, the beating of your heart. May you have this with you today in your thoughts, words, and heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this chair yoga practice. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know, and hopefully I'll see you again next time. Bye.